Hello everyone, Roy Kerckhoffs here. This is my photo that I call Reflections. I shot it from the parking lot at Swami's Reflection Center in Encinitas, California, looking south. Was printed at 24 by 16 inches on matte resin photo paper. So this is actually a chemically developed photo. It was printed with a light jet. And what I would like to do with this one is I would like to paint in the sky with an impasto look. And then color the rest with glazes. So let's do this. So the colors I'm going to use are titanium white, burnt sienna, alizarin crimson, cadmium orange, cadmium yellow, chromium oxide green, viridian, and phthalo blue. And Golden Gloss Glazing Liquid as an acrylic medium to make the glazes with the paints. I'm going to do this with acrylics. I mean, I can also do it with oils, but I have a show next week where I would like to take this piece to, so I need to have this dry on time. So acrylics it is. Let's take some titanium white, phthalo blue. It's probably enough. Mix, and let's mix these together. I want the sky to be quite light and having like a sunset gradient. I actually did take this photo around sunset. I think I'm gonna need a lot more. Especially if I want to have that impasto effect. So that's the look I'm going for. Having some texture in there. So in this case, because this is matte resin photo paper, chemically developed, I don't need to pre-treat this like I do with my inkjet prints. I don't need to like fix it, varnish it, put on an acrylic coating. You can paint directly on it. Okay, more white. I'm running low on white, so I hope I can actually finish this piece for this video. If I wasn't going for that impasto effect, I could have put it on very thin and it would have plenty of white. But just let's see how far we get. So around the palm trees, you could tape it off or like mask it with masking fluid. However, I think I can manage. If I go over the palm tree a little bit, that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect for sure. Yeah, it's not too bad so far around the palm trees. So basically I'll do the same thing over and over, adding more paint to the mix, a little bit of white for now, and then other colors to start that color gradient. And here we have to be careful again. Let's also go right in between here. Okay, now let's start some different colors. Alizarin crimson, just a tiny bit. Let's see what that looks like. Guess I could have a little more. That's better. And then let's also add a little bit more of that up into the previous layers. Okay, good. Actually, let's see if you just add more alizarin crimson into the mix. We probably need a little bit more white. Let's see what we have. Yeah, that's good. That white here we can use in the next step. Yeah. And here are the palm trees again. Okay. So far so good. Okay, more of this. A little more white. A little bit more white. And I think we want to start moving towards orange. This is cadmium orange. Pick some of that. This is a good next color, I think. Yes. By the way, this photo is mounted on like a gator board And here's that palm tree again. Especially the trunk is going to be a little hard. And then add some of that color up here again. It's like a very rough blend, like more of a discrete kind of blend. Okay, I think let's take more orange and some white. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, that previous layer here was a little too dark maybe, but we'll go for it. We'll take it. What I'm doing now is actually more or less a practice run. For a big piece I want to do, I have a 60 by 30 inch photo of this one sitting in the back here, ready to be colored like this. And so I kind of want to try it out at on a smaller scale first. And here we go again, doing the rough blend. More white. And now we want to add yellow. And still keep it all very light, so let's see how this turns out. Let's see what this looks like. Looks good. Another palm tree you have to go around. Okay, now add some blobs again up here. Again, more white and yellow. I do want it to be lighter though. See, this might be too yellow. Oh, one more thing. Let's tape off this area, the horizon, because doing the impasto thing, I cannot do a nice straight line. So let's tape that off. This is just regular masking tape. Let's see. It's kind of foggy in the distance, so it's hard to see where the ocean really is. I would say here. Now let's continue. The distance, the stuff going on in the distance here is not that bad, because I like trees and all. We don't have to have a very straight line there. See, that's it for there. Okay, let's do the last step. A little bit more white. And maybe that's just all we need now. Yeah, needs some yellow. Okay, and now I have to be somewhat careful. You can see the hairs of the brush. Actually, looks like it's still trees. There's some group of palm trees here. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, we can take the tape off already. That looks good. And now we need to color the rest of the image, and we can do that also with acrylics. It's not easy though. I mean, this is much easier to do with oils, either diluted oils or Marshall photo oils, because you can wipe it off very easy. It takes very long to dry. This dries a lot faster. So I think I've only done this once. So this is going to be my second try doing acrylics on photo paper. So we'll take some acrylic medium, Golden Gloss Glazing Liquid. And let's start with burnt sienna for the beach and some of the bluffs. And if you see too many brush strokes, it helps to still use cotton rounds for this, which I normally use with the oils. but they work nice here too. See? Okay, that's a very light burnt sienna for the back here. You might have some more orange on the bluffs for the sunset, but let's add some more burnt sienna. As we come more to the front. Back to the cotton round, smooth it out. Especially this part. Back to the cotton round. Smooth it out again. Oops. Was a little too fast there. Okay, that's a reasonable fix. Actually, it's nice to have some of that burnt sienna also on the houses here, as if the sun is like shining on it. There. Let's take some more burnt sienna. We can also add it directly using a cotton round. And then add some to the dirt. I'm also going to add green here later. Okay, let's add some green now. Let's see, there's a good spot maybe here. This is chromium oxide green. Let's see if this is good. I think so. Smaller details I'll do with the brush here. And then the rest with cotton round. Probably could add a little bit more green. Make it slightly more opaque. And then this part of the palm tree I haven't done yet. I'll add some orange there later. I guess a little lighter on the back here. Okay, let's go back to cotton round. And do the rest of the vegetation with that. Can use a little bit more paint. Okay, that's better. There wasn't enough color, it was a little too translucent. So this dries super fast. See, it's almost dry on this side. I cannot even remove it anymore. But when you just put it on, you can still, if you're fast enough, you can still remove it, like here. Okay, now let's grab some of that orange we had earlier. And then we will add some of that here for the sun that's coming from the right. It actually looks pretty nice, I think. We'll put also some here on the palm trees. So I'm just going on top of the green I did earlier. And then maybe a little bit on the bluffs and the green in the back. Like that. Okay. And maybe like some spots here. I bet some yellows in there would look good too. Let's stick some yellow. Spread it out a little. So now it's not just big, giant one color. We have a little bit of a mix going on. There we go. And then I'll mix it a little bit with the burnt sienna from earlier. And we like to add that to the trunk here. There we go. The last part, the ocean. I was thinking viridian, which totally to me looks like aquamarine. There probably is a difference, but I don't know what it is. Let's turn this around. We'll put that over here. Always have a hard time estimating how much I need. And now of course I cannot tape off the back. This is still slightly wet. So the trick is to make this very light and do it very light in the back. This might be a little bit too light. Okay, and on the rest we can do with a cotton round. And then add a little bit more paint. Try to avoid the breaking waves. And it doesn't have to be all uniform one color. You can see you have some lighter areas, some areas where there's more paint. And then a little thicker here on the front. Then I'll take a clean one. There's a little too much here. Okay, this is good. And it is ready. So we have a matte resin coated photo paper, colored that and painted partially with acrylics. So these are opaque acrylics at the top, and then translucent acrylics made glazes with gloss glazing liquid at the bottom here, the rest of the image. So this will dry very fast. This part here, probably less than an hour, couple of hours or a day. Pretty happy with it. It's different. So next time, I'm also working on one where I will print it with my inkjet printer, and then we're going to color it with acrylics on inkjet paper. So that's another one I have in mind. So please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.